Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. The evening began like any other social gathering. Soft lights, gentle music, voices overlapping with laughter. I arrived with my wife, Hannah, her fingers wrapped around mine a little tighter than usual. At first I brushed it off. We'd been to countless events like this before. But that night felt different. There was a strange heaviness in the air, like everyone else was in on something I wasn't. I tried to shake the feeling and mingle. People asked about work, about marriage, about life. I gave the same rehearsed answers, smiling politely, but my attention kept drifting back to Hannah. She wasn't acting like herself. She moved through the room with extra confidence, laughing louder, smiling wider, brushing shoulders, exchanging subtle looks that made my stomach knot. Every time someone spoke to her, she'd glance at me with an expression that felt almost secretive, like I was missing an important detail. I told myself I was overthinking. Maybe she was just enjoying the night. Maybe she needed this kind of energy more than I did. Then it happened. Someone tapped a glass. Conversations faded. I saw Hannah step forward, champagne flute raised like a prize. Everyone turned toward her, expecting a harmless toast. I expected the same. Instead, she looked straight at me and announced clearly for the entire room to hear, "Everyone, I have something to share. Daniel is going to be a father." The room exploded. Cheers, applause, laughter, people rushing toward me with hugs and congratulations. But I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. My heart slammed against my chest as confusion froze me in place. Because there was one massive problem. Hannah and I hadn't been trying for a baby. We hadn't even been close in months. Her smile was flawless, practiced, almost staged. While everyone celebrated around me, I stared at her, realizing she suddenly felt like someone I didn't know at all. Something was very wrong, and the realization wrapped around my chest like a tightening grip. Even after the applause faded, the noise in my head didn't. People kept congratulating me, patting my back, telling me how my life was about to change. I forced smiles, one after another, while everything inside me slowly collapsed. When Hannah finally came over, she slipped her arms around my neck and whispered, "Surprised." Surprise didn't come close. I pulled back slightly and murmured, "Hannah, what are you talking about?" She didn't answer. She just kissed my cheek and smiled for the crowd as if nothing was wrong. As if she hadn't just announced a pregnancy I knew nothing about. I wanted to confront her right there. Drag her outside. Demand the truth. But there were too many people, too many eyes. So I swallowed everything and played along. The rest of the night dragged on painfully. Forced laughter. Fake gratitude. Empty smiles. The more I watched Hannah, the more unsettled I became. She avoided my gaze, checked her phone constantly, and whispered to her friend Mia over and over. Every time Mia looked at me afterward, her expression was tense and guilty. That's when fear set in. Not suspicion, not jealousy, but something deeper. Like my body already knew the truth before my mind could accept it. When the crowd finally thinned, I found Mia near the drinks table. She looked startled when she saw me, like she'd been caught doing something wrong. I kept my voice calm and asked, "Mia, what did Hannah tell you?" She stiffened. Her grip tightened around her glass. "Daniel, you need to talk to Hannah. This isn't my place." "Is it true?" I pressed. "Is she really pregnant?" Mia hesitated. She wouldn't meet my eyes. And that hesitation told me everything I needed to know. Something big was being hidden from me. I left the party without saying another word. The drive home was silent, streetlights stretching shadows across the dashboard, matching the tension twisting inside me. Hannah stared out the window, wearing a faint, almost satisfied smile, as if the night had gone exactly as planned. The moment we got home, I turned to her. "Tell me the truth. Are you actually pregnant?" Her smile finally cracked. She looked down, fidgeting. "Well, not exactly." My stomach dropped. "What do you mean, not exactly?" After a pause, she admitted, "I just wanted to see how people would react. I wanted to feel the excitement. I didn't think it would go this far." Excitement. She had announced something life-altering in front of everyone, as a test, as entertainment. Anger surged through me. "You humiliated me. You turned me into a joke in front of our family and friends, and you didn't even think about how I'd feel." My voice shook. I hadn't realized how much I'd been holding back. She cried, but her words felt hollow. "I just wanted to see your reaction." "Reaction?" I repeated. "Everyone thinks I'm about to be a father, and I was the last person to know the truth. That's not a reaction. That's betrayal." I took a deep breath, forcing myself to stay calm. "I love you, but tonight you destroyed my trust. I need space. I don't know if I can forgive this." She nodded silently, tears streaming down her face. finally understanding the weight of what she'd done. The silence in that room was heavier than all the applause from earlier. That night taught me something I'll never forget. Relationships aren't built on excitement alone. They survive on trust, respect, and honesty. And once those are broken, no amount of celebration can drown out the quiet of betrayal.